Big blessed beast, baby.
A C.O.N Spiracy.
All right, we're live. We're back. We're back for episode 2 of C.O.N Spiracy, and we're just gonna get it started off like the ghetto show it is. My mic's off already, so let me go ahead and connect it. Production issues. Let's get it going. It's your boy Ant. Got my dog Myron here.
What's up, Myron, the neighborhood Thanos? You know
Neighborhood Thanos back for round 2.
Make half your problems disappear.
All right, shit. I didn't want it to be like a fucking 3
In
snaps
Z
and around the
formation.
world shit in living color. Hated it. There it is. But we're gonna go for episode 2, and I believe a good topic would be: should we be concerned with Cern? Let's talk about the Large Hadron Collider. Possible cause of the Mandela Effect. That's multiple conspiracy theories wrapped into one. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
Yeah. They're trying to open up wormholes with that thing, aren't they?
I believe. I mean, if we want, I mean, I believe it's already happened. I believe that is the result. This is the result of the Mandela Effect is the result of them doing it, of them accomplishing that.
Yeah, because there's some weird things going on that. First of all, explain to them what the Mandela Effect is if they don't.
You're
know.
right, because we jump right up in there.
Yeah.
Listen, the Mandela Effect is named for the death or non-death of Nelson Mandela. It seems to be one of these world events that is remembered by everyone in different ways. I know people, including myself, who remember him dying and there being a funeral for him back in the 90s. I saw it on TV. I also talked to a girl who said her parents made her watch that funeral. This was a couple years ago. I spoke to her when the Mandela Effect was lively, when it was just being talked about. But the Wikipedia and everyone else now says that, I mean, if you Google it, it says that Nelson Mandela died in 2013.
Yeah.
And he got out of jail and he lived for a while outside of jail, and he just passed away. But I don't know how that could be if he died in the 90s.
Me personally, I thought he had died too back in the days, but then also it was like in the back of my head, he's alive still. So it's like
You have both. You have like a conflicting memory.
yeah, I wasn't too much paying attention. I thought the dude was out of here already.
Me too. Like again, I remember hearing about it. I remember seeing it. I seeing images of Nelson Mandela's funeral. I have vague memories of it. Can't say they're super solid because that much time.
So we're trying to figure how we got these different memories. I mean, at some point reality split and it merged back, and I mean,
or reality shifted and we entered a different dimension that's so close to our original dimension that just certain key things are off. The biggest thing, not biggest thing, but the one that seems to get most people, because it seems to be no way. I remember this. Most people remember this. If you're from the 80s, you remember the Berenstain Bears.
yeah.
You remember it as Berenstain, possibly spelled Stein, but Stein and Steen are spelled the same way. S-T-I-E-N or E-I-N. Don't quote me. I'm not
I'm a horrible speller, so
not a master speller over here. So, but
not only that though.
wait, there's more to it. You know, it's now spelled Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, it's a different spelling.
You can't find Berenstain Bears anywhere. You can't find anything that has an E in it. It says S-T-A-I-N, that's baffling to me.
Wasn't there not a thing with the Monopoly Man? The Monopoly Man piece?
That's one. Did he wear a monocle or did he not wear a monocle?
Yeah.
Now, see, that's one of those tricky ones where I thought it could possibly be people confusing the Monopoly Man with Mr. Peanut. It's a possibility. That's a light one. Do you remember?
But I think that definitely was one of them though. The Monopoly Man.
Oh yeah.
He had the little extra whatever that's
The monocle.
called. The monocle. And then he didn't have it. I mean, I don't know, man. It's at some point reality said F you, and it just started doing all kind of messed up things. And I guess it's hard to put everybody in the same track once I mean,
There's millions of people with giant either false memories or vague memories, which doesn't make sense that that would be the case over the world.
you think this could be also something done by the government?
Possibly.
I mean, as far as that's what we're saying, like the CERN.
Yes.
So CERN is the government. I mean, it's a department of the government, just like DARPA and the other one that controls the weather, ARP.
I believe CERN is a international situation. It's multiple governments had to make this in Switzerland because it's that big of a project, hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe trillions of dollars. I'm not sure, but it's a giant machine in Switzerland designed to smash atoms. And
I think that's why that's why they came up with that quantum computer also, that quantum processor. It's called a quantum processor.
I've been hearing about
To
it.
process a lot of information at a high rate of speed. I mean, I'm thinking these people are thinking this: if they break into another dimension, they got to deal with beings that's probably more advanced. Where not our brains don't work as maybe their brains work a little quicker.
Maybe
With a quantum computer or processor, we can able to keep up with them once we open that up.
I agree.
And, training weapon systems to just communicating with them, just keeping up with them. I mean, there's only so much we can do as far as that's why I have a calculator on my phone. There's some people that can do it in their head, but those are gifted folks.
There's the possibility also that since I want to believe that all this information about there being contact being made in different ways. I know the government has had to contact different beings, maybe interterrestrial, interdimensional, subterranean, all kind of things possible.
Yeah.
But either more advanced or just as advanced as us. Probably more advanced because where are we getting certain technologies from?
Yeah, because here's the thing that I always go back to, right?
Right.
Let's go back to 1920. Go back to 1920.
Okay. I don't want to go back there. There was a lot of racism. Huge. I mean, we got a ton now, but it was a different version of racism. It was
a whole nother world.
Extra crunchy GIF racism. It was
Well,
bad.
I mean, if we were to go back though, it'd be some hell to be raised though, because there'd be problems.
Yeah, it'd be a whole situation.
It'd be a lot of dead folks.
Yeah. That's neither here nor there. Let's go.
Boondog style.
But pulling in that Turner.
Catch a Freeman.
Oh yes. Oh, wait a minute. Come on now. Take me back.
But 1920s.
1920s.
What were they doing technology-wise?
Information is some information I don't have.
I mean, like for example, how were they getting from point A to B as far as the information? Not like the telegraph. And all that.
Yeah.
It's just tap, whatever, and they send a message. Train, steam train, horses, things like that.
Let's go and keep it real though. This is what the public had.
That's what the public had.
So I mean, I believe the government's been more advanced than the public on most information.
But here's the thing though. So let's fast forward to 1990.
Okay.
Good. From 1990, that's when all the block phones started popping up. The cell phones.
Cellular phones, yeah.
Yeah, like New Jack
With the car
City
battery
did.
on it.
Yeah.
With the motherfucking.
And then we went, and then
holding it like Radio Raheem. Hello.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I mean, you can really knock somebody out with one of those.
Do the right thing reference.
But and then from there, the phones got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. This all happened within 30 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm like
technology.
Yeah, I'm 39, and I've had every single cell phone. The only cell phone I never had was the block phone, and that's because I was too young.
Oh.
But I've had every evolution of the cell phone to the point of where we're at right now.
You started with the Nokia?
No, I had Ericsson.
I don't remember what the Ericsson joints look like. I don't know.
Yeah, they were a little bigger than the Nokia.
Really?
Nokia came after that. And then we had the Razors, and then we had the little
I
small
remember
phones. Phones went from being small, like real small. It was ridiculous, and then it started, then we got the smartphones, we had the Blackberries, and then the smartphones came in, and then it, technology. But the thing is this, how did we get so smart so quick? Within 30 years, everything got, everything advanced. From Wi-Fi, when I was 12, couldn't fathom what Wi-Fi was.
I could, yeah, no idea myself.
I mean, even the internet. I didn't figure the internet out until I was 18. That was like 1998, 1999 is when I figured out the internet.
15 is when I remember logging on and trying to play, what was the name of it? Counter-Strike, and download stuff for LimeWire. That was back in 1997, 96.
How old are you?
I'll be 38 this year.
Okay, so you're 1 year behind me.
Yeah. You already turned?
I'm already got.
Turned 39 this year?
39 in last November that just passed.
True.
But I'm 26. If anybody asks in the club.
Hey, that's how I go.
But yeah, that technology advancements were ridiculous.
Right.
Like you almost want to say, what the hell were they doing prior to 1990, 1980, 1970, 60s, the 50s, the 40s? What were they doing? And where did this technology just came from? Out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They said the internet was being used by the military before it was, done to the public.
Yeah.
But it's like the advancement was so quick.
It's because I feel like it's because it was already there. They've just been releasing it incrementally, and now they're able to go faster because maybe they're getting a lot more. They want to get it all out. Use as much, make as much money off of it as they can.
But you agree though, this is within the last 30 years.
Yes.
Prior to that, nothing was going on. And if it was a money thing, they would have started it earlier because, like I said, money. Once you put money in the picture, things don't get old.
Stuff was happening though before. I mean, it went from radio to TV real quickly, then black and white to color real quickly. Records, 8-track tape players. They were made that big fat ass computer that was I don't know where it was, that government computer. You had to put the fucking giant discs in. This is some kosher salt. Kosher salt made by, I don't know who this is. We're not sponsored by them, so let's just keep going.
Yeah. And even to the video games, from the Atari.
Oh, let's speak on it.
To the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I think Atari, was it ColecoVision first or Atari?
I don't know. I know about the Atari.
Well, I mean, we know the first one was Pong. The first game itself was Pong.
Yeah, that was before me. That was like not before me, but that was before I was conscious of video.
Yeah.
I think I came from
60s, I want to say.
Yeah?
I want to say 60s is when Pong was made, but I don't think it was released anywhere. It was just made. Like it was somebody made it on that giant ass computer, or maybe a big fat IBM.
Yeah. Because I had a Nintendo, I had a Super Nintendo, and I think I cut it out at PlayStation.
That was when you stopped?
That's when I stopped.
Okay.
I can't have a game console. I waste too much time playing.
Wasting a ton of time over here.
Yeah, I mean, especially Mortal Kombat is my favorite game, but
I
was there when the first Mortal Kombat came out, bro. I used to play that in the at the laundromat.
Can I tell you, I have the story of when I first heard about it, when I first played it, and no, that was it. Just those two. When I first heard about it, some dude was talking about it in gym class.
Yeah.
He was so excited. He said, "There's a ninja who will freeze you, and there's another ninja who will throw a cord at you. He'll say something." I said, "He'll say something." Get over here! He said, "Get over here!" I was 12 years old. My mind went, "What?"
When I seen it, I was like, "Wait a minute, are we controlling real life people?"
When I saw that too,
people are real life.
I said, "Dude,
I had dreams about that for like weeks." Johnny Cage want to do that split and punch you in the nuts. I'm like, that is just crazy. What is? And then Sonya looked real.
She did. They all looked. They all looked real. And then Raiden, character design from the movie called Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
That's where with lightning in them. That's what that character was designed from. Johnny Cage.
When they all came down.
Yes.
And the last one came down, like, boom, my brother and I laughed for hours on that part, bro. It was so fun with the big hat.
Oh yeah, that was my shit.
Was it Kurt Russell, I think?
Yes, they killed it. One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's one of mine too. Big Trouble in Little China.
Johnny Cage was a Jean-Claude Van Damme clone.
Yeah.
Kano had the Terminator eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where they got that from.
Yeah. They had a lot. They said that game. They stole a lot of stuff just to make, because they weren't even supposed to make that game. There was like a low budget, quick put out, and it blew up. And they were like, oh, this is the best thing ever. They've been running with it ever since.
I remember I used to go to Grand Prix Racerama in Fort Lauderdale, and they had these games like rows and rows of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Rows. Come home, your thumb is all sore.
You said you first played at a laundromat.
Yeah, there was a laundromat by my house.
I first played it at a laundromat in North Carolina on a family vacation trip. Like, we were going to see our folks in North Carolina, and the game had come out. I went to a wash house, and it was there. I was blown away. I was blown the F away. We are off topic because Mortal Kombat will do that to you.
We're still on it, though, because that
true.
tech.
That technology,
boom, boom,
full
boom,
circle.
boom, full circle. Now we got Mortal Kombat 11. Now we get ridiculously real.
Speaking of, the way that video games went from a couple little blocks to you put on some VR glasses. Now, there's some games that will submerge you to the point where you can't tell what reality or not.
Bro, I can't even wear VR no more. I get sucked in.
It'll do that. That's the
my
job.
My brother had bought some. I bought a pair and he had me using them, dude. I was like 2 hours in and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh shit.
2 hours. I wasn't doing nothing. I was walking around like a library. I walked around outside. I was looked at the sky. I was walking up and down the street.
That's crazy.
It wasn't even nothing exciting going on, but it was like so immersed in this new reality that it's like it was crazy. So I was like, nah, I can't even mess with that with VR glasses. I was gonna get some for my SH phone, but then I was like, you know what? I can't lift weights, run the alliance, work 2 jobs,
True.
Feed my cats,
and have that technology is there too. How about YouTube emerging?
Yeah, YouTube got everything on it, bro.
It came from.
I learned how to fix my starter in my van.
It's true.
From YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is dangerous.
Can be. I know. That's why they were sending out. They had to stop the footage of how to make weapons with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
People were sending that shit out, sending out the information how to do that. It's crazy. But back to Mandela Effect now.
Yeah.
I have my own personal Mandela Effect story that I don't know if it's a result of that or not. I went my whole life, last name being Langley. My whole life. Never, no question. It was 2013 when I had to get a new license. And they said, you don't have the right information. I was like, what do you mean? Last name, Langley, is my dad's last name. Went by it my whole life. My transcripts from school say it. But when I went to get a new license, they said my last name is Nesbitt. I had to go get a new social security card. That's my mom's last name. Now, my social security card said Nesbitt on it. It is currently, my last name is Nesbitt. From 2013 on, I've been using Nesbitt. I ain't never been married. Ain't no bitch ever put no ring on this finger. This whole thing, it was a crazy, it's my own Mandela Effect story. I don't know what that is. I've never had anybody. Now they said the reason was ever since the Real ID program, when they started putting the stars on your identification, that is to and it was supposed to be for terrorism purposes or whatever. But that's the reason that everyone has to go by whatever is on their birth certificate. I was like, weren't people already doing that? You know, weren't people already doing that?
Where did this other name come from, though?
One's my mom's last name, one's my dad's last name.
Okay.
They were never married. I'm a bastard. I'm fucking Jon Snow over here. I'm fucking who's another famous bastard? The Battle of the Bastards. I'm one of them.
The one with no nuts. The one that got
Theon's not a bastard.
Oh, he's not?
No, he got his dick cut off by a dude who is a bastard.
Oh yeah. The Iron dude on the Iron Island, Iron House.
No, that dude is from the Iron House, but his nuts cut off. He got it cut off by one of the Ramsey Bolton.
I still haven't started watching season 8 yet.
Game of Thrones.
That's why I can't even watch some of your videos.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're not allowed to. Yeah, don't watch those. They spoil us all up in through them.
I see them.
The Leslie Jones live tweeting Game of Thrones though,
Yeah.
fantastic. We are off topic,
but like I said, the name that you got is your dad's name. You had that till you were 13.
No, until 2013. It was. I've been using it my entire life. I knew that as my name.
So you went to school, everything.
Had
to been on your driver's license.
All that.
You got it at 15 and 16.
All that.
Job applications.
Boom, boom, boom. Never any question. And had to get another license before I got this license.
So when you got the new Social Security, was the number
same
different?
Number?
It's a different name.
Same number. It's different last name. I've even had to, before that in '04, I had to go and get my birth certificate. And I had to use it to get on a boat because we were doing a cruise or whatever. I didn't have a passport, so I had it. It's also, it said Langley on it. When I went back to look at that paper, I swear on everything, it says Nesbitt, bro. I swear on everything, not lying. That's my own. And I was like, I got that in '04, way before that shit happened. So that's my Mandela Effect story. I don't know if it's government, just the.
But that's a lot for the government to just go out of their way to mess with you. I mean, I don't know how important you are or gonna be.
Hey.
Or gonna be. Maybe they know you're gonna be.
Maybe don't try to put that too much on me because they just pulled Farrakhan off the damn internet now. They just pulled Louis Farrakhan completely off the internet.
They supposedly pulled him off. We didn't even want to start with that.
That's a separate thing.
That's a separate thing.
But they just started removing his social media. I think they took his Twitter.
They knocked him off of everything: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. To my knowledge, he got brother Rizza Islam is out there right now.
Yes. Is he
a C.O.N Spiracy.
Big blessed beast.